The British Virgin Islands hosted a one-day conference on Tuesday, December 13th under the theme Current Developments in International Taxation and the Impact on Caribbean Jurisdictions. The conference saw the participation of some 17 representatives from the Caribbean, including Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown, as well as 4 member countries of the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Economic Development, OECD, at the International Arbitration Center in Road Town, Tortola. Peter Gay Coombs tells us more.
The Organization of Economic Cooperation and Economic Development, OECD, is an international organization based in France, whose mandate is to work with governments around the world to develop and promote policies for the social and economic benefit of their citizens. It also assists its 35 member countries and developing nations in pooling resources to share experiences and solutions. It was this combination which saw the government of the British Virgin Islands as a leading financial center in the Caribbean, working in conjunction with the OECD to facilitate the meeting of regional leaders, financial secretaries, tax commissioners, and other high-level officials. The meeting sought to work with these representatives to get their jurisdictions compliant with beneficial ownership expectations, especially on the heels of the Panama Papers saga, base erosion, and profit-shifting BEPS, to provide countries with corporate income tax with regulations to prevent multinational companies from escaping their tax obligations, and information exchange, particularly among high-tax countries. Director of the OECD's Center for Tax Policy and Administration, Pascal Saint-Amans, and Financial Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Neil Smith, shared some of these deliberations with members of the media on Wednesday.
The BVI also believes that because of its unique position in the global forum, in other international forum, that we have a responsibility to the rest of the Caribbean to provide some sort of leadership in these things, because there are jurisdictions in the Caribbean that in a bad place, and ultimately what will happen is that they'll get in trouble with international trade. The banking systems might have issues, and the BVI has always been the type of territory that helps others, and we believe because of our unique position and skill sets in the BVI that we had a responsibility.
In the region, countries and jurisdictions had to struggle with the new standards, but they have done a fantastic job in moving forward, in improving the access to the information, to beneficial information, to move towards automatic exchange of information. And we did some form of brainstorming on BEPS.
Mr. Smith says the BVI isn't one of those countries that can be classified as a tax haven and therefore cannot be included in the list of jurisdictions that facilitate corporate tax evasion, such as base erosion and profit-shifting BEPS.
The BVI, we believe that we don't fall in a category. The BVI, even though we have no corporate tax and low tax in general, we provide services that at a world-class standard. Corporate services, legal, accounting. We have a new arbitration center now. We have a commercial court that is very good. So we provide a service to the international community that, in our opinion, demonstrates that we add value to multinational jurisdictions that utilize our services. However, there are situations where around the world where when you look at it, they're not providing any real service except the fact that when you use that the tax system in a jurisdiction, you don't pay the taxes.
The OECD was mandated by the G20 group of countries in 2013 to modernize global tax regulations in order to have developed and developing countries on the same page. That package involves measures with specific timelines for compliance. The new regulations have been agreed by 90 countries.
Change tax treaty rules, change transfer pricing rules, establish new rules of cooperation between countries. We delivered a 15 measures package to the G20 leaders in Antalya in November 2015. It was in Turkey. And since then, the G20 has told us you need to get this implemented by all countries.
Peter Gay Coombs reporting for JTV News.